here and just boom, 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 fundamentals, and trying to get off the line with both of them.
I like it. That's a scene from Karate Kid too, which we were just talking about with the drum thingy that goes back and forth.
Wax on, wax off.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing. There's that ancient wisdom is actually a thing. Hey, let's pray before we leave.
All right.
Lord Jesus, please take care of everybody in the class. Why? Because they need it. This class is awesome. And for an awful lot of us, this is the highlight of our day. Right? What do you got, fool?
Give grace, always. Just give thanks to the many things that we have. I was just reading today, I read about David and Goliath. I was thinking today, what do I need in boxing? I was thinking that I need confidence, because not in every fight I haven't believed in who I was fully,
It's terrifying.
Yeah, exactly.
It's terrifying.
I've had potential that I didn't fully tap into.
In the lion's den.
Exactly. I gave too much respect to the other guy. I made him the lion, and I was like, oh, you know what? I didn't give enough potential to myself. Opened my Bible to a random page. It was David and Goliath. And
what was it?
Like,
nice.
And it told me that it was God. God felt like He was telling me, you need to have more confidence in yourself when you go into your fights. You know what I mean? Because there was a specific verse. I don't know exactly what it was again, so I'm paraphrasing. But the armies were asking David, how are you ever going to beat him? He's a giant, and he's been a man of war since he was a boy. He's been a person of war since he was a boy. He was like, I'm with God. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? So I thought that was really cool. I think that'd be cool. Maybe for some people to watch back or whatever. I know there's nobody on right now, but if they see it later, have more confidence in yourself. It's a hard thing to do. It's easier said than done, but when you fight somebody, don't look at so much of what they are, their record, or their achievements. Just look at who you are, what you have, what you bring to the table, and go for it.
Aligning with it, we're still in a higher level prayer here, a holistic prayer. but along those lines, I've been all this week I've been picturing, or the last few days I've been picturing the armor of God. That's one of those.
My grandma would speak about that all the time.
Yeah. I've always thought that was kind of a cheesy thing, but I've latched onto it and I've pictured it. And actually, since we've started, measurement-wise, since we've started praying here on camera, it is measurable. I could quantify it statistically. The differences, us praying on camera. Well, I'm not sure how to articulate, but I could quantify it. The change in the vibe, the change in the response from our audience since we've started praying towards
true.
now.
That is true. I've noticed that.
Right? It's noticeable. All the smack talk, or the vast majority of the smack talk, it's disappeared. It's dissipated. And the Bible says that's supposed to happen. I saw it with my own eyes. It has happened in relation to our channel.
That's pretty cool. I guess I didn't think about that. Thinking about it now, I do thinking back. Yeah, I've seen the comments, and they had totally changed.
They have. Yeah, once we started praying, the vibe here has changed. Positively, would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely.
Noticeable difference. Awesome, buddy.
Thanks, John.
Amen.
Everybody.
Amen. Yep. Awesome. Russia. I gave a presentation in the Czech Republic a few years ago. That's as close as I got to Russia. But I was there with, I don't remember. She was in the nuclear, I don't know. She was on some nuclear committee for the UN. And her portion was Russia. And we ate lunch and supper. We ate lunch together every day for 7 days, thereabouts. I learned a lot. Yep. She invited me to. I present on human perception a lot. That's kind of what my world is outside of boxing. But she invited me to present at this UN council for human perception, and I believe it was in Russia. I don't remember. I was scared to go. Yeah. So I'm a boxer, right? I've been boxing for a long time. So when I was over in the Czech Republic, I was eyeballing some Russian military and whatnot. They were eyeballing me. It was awesome. All in funny ways. Or, we could tell that we were both fighters. Like, we knew that we were both fighters. It was sweet. English is all I got. With that being said, I am pro learning every language I possibly can. I haven't pulled off anything but English yet. And even English, it's kind of questionable. Inside info. If you ever hear somebody say they got a great strategy for washing hand wraps, they're full of BS. There's no good way to wash hand wraps. They put them into the washer, they disintegrate or they get all messed up. You know, I got a guy that's you guys are wrapped around the corner pole of our boxing ring, and I have a guy fighting in there. If it's bouncing around too much, I believe I have camera stabilization on, but I can't see it from my side. If it's bouncing around too much, let me know, I'll move. Or I'll move the camera. Oh my god. No. In centimeter. One-on-one. I am 6'1" and I weigh 225. I think I'm down to like 220. I was 245 for almost all last year. I lost a bunch of I wasn't trying to lose weight, but I lost like 20 pounds last month. I'm coming to the gym more and drinking more water. It's summer. Fight one-on-one weigh-in. Centimeters. Oh my god, you know, I've always sucked at the conversion. Greece, Sparta. Awesome. I quote 300 daily. Daily. Yep. Or, you know, the movie. Yeah. And kilos. God, you know, I've never mastered the conversion between the two. I do consider the metric system easier than the standard or the imperial system. Like mechanically, when I'm working on cars or something, it's a heck of a lot easier to go from 10 millimeter to 11 millimeter in comparison to whatever half-inch to 5/8, whatever the imperial comparison or the relatable comparison. Flex your biceps. I'm not like that. Awesome. And we start warming up. Yeah, the ring is still bouncing, so I'm gonna go start working out. Let me know. Russian people don't speak it. It's a thing. Yeah, and I don't remember anything in Russian. I tried for a little while to learn Russian, but yeah. I don't know any other language, but I've tried to learn a bunch of them. I gave a presentation in the Czech Republic, 2017, I believe. The only Czech word I learned was kupona, which means bathroom. Yeah, figured if I needed one word, that's the one I needed. pads on the floor are all separated, but because one of our bags are broken, I can't kick them back together. Or, I'm not moving the camera. One of our bags are broken. We have a stand underneath it to hold it up, and that stand is blocking me from knocking the mats together. Yep. Okay, I'm working off my phone, so I can only see the last few comments. Lisa? Crappy, I don't know what that is. A better way to warm up others. First off, actually, I have let me read it before I start talking. Mantis Popsicle, oh, that's a sweet name. A better way to warm up is burpees, trust me, shout, jump, squat, jump up. Okay, first off, I talk, my work involves perception, outside of boxing, so you're at a disadvantage because measuring perception is my world. It's all I talk about, right? Yeah. So a better way is questionable. Where is your measure of better? Metaphor, I present on this stuff, right? A better, what are you hooking your tape measure onto and measuring forward? Like, what is your version? What is the universe? It's called the categorical imperative, but what is the standard, the ultimate, the omega way to warm up? And I said that kind of confusingly, but where I'm going with that, this is like a loaded kind of statement, but where I'm going with that, there is no straight line to measure everybody else from. There is no straight line for boxing to measure everybody else's boxing from. Like, whatever your version of perfect boxing is, it's unique to you. And it doesn't matter it's unique to you, and oh my God, if you go deep on it, it's your perception. You perceive boxing through your perception, and your perception is built from all your previous experiences and what you watched on TV, right? Well, spoiler alert, it's different for everybody. Everybody's got their own version of boxing. There's not one unified version of boxing. Mayweather fights different than Tyson Fury. Now what? Those are two different styles of boxing. They're both champions. I'm coming to age. I've noticed hair in weird places.
Damn, bro, that's crazy, dude.
Hey, say hi to the camera. Where have you been? You weren't here all week, were you?
I've been taking care of matters.
Doritos?
Bag of Doritos. And just other stuff, you know what I'm saying? I've been working on my headbutt game, John. John taught me one thing when you're boxing. Go
Step on their feet first and then headbutt.
No, I've been writing my autobiography.
You gotta do it now?
I've been working on stuff. This is... Bro, what was this at?
I was talking smack right before you walked up.
Get it riled up, Get it riled up.
I don't remember what I said last, but I've thought about the thought more in the last 2 minutes. So, every human being on the planet has a different body type. That means, mechanically, every human being on the planet, whatever their boxing style is, it's going to be their peak, their optimum boxing style is a measure of their internal mechanics. So, whatever perfect boxing is, it's in relation, it's dependent on the mechanics of your body, right? Every human being is different, equals the optimum boxing style is It's dependent. It's dependent. It's in relation to your body type, right? So, getting into the perception world, anybody that perceives themselves as having the perfect style type is unaware that different body types have different styles, and that's why Fury punches differently than Mayweather. Like, they have different styles because they have different mechanics. It's that way for everybody. So what I'm saying is, perception-wise, anybody that has concluded they know what's right and everybody else is wrong is unaware, is ignorant to the idea, to the concept that every fight's going to be different. There's not one fight to rule them all. Lord of the Rings. What I teach my boxers, what I teach my students, don't watch fights. Like, don't try to study up on your opponent. Like, go in there knowing nothing. Do it on purpose. Plan, train, mentally prepare to fight somebody you know nothing about, and that should be true all the time. Because tying back into the start, there's not one perfect style. There's not one way to fight. If you're an aggressive, cocky street fighter, I'm going to get on my bicycle and I'm going to run away from you the entire time. Why? Because you're going to do a bunch of dumb stuff. You're going to get tired, and then I'm going to come in there and just beat the crap out of you. It happens constantly. You watch our
fun for him, you know what I'm saying?
you watch our channel long enough, it happens on a weekly basis, right? Like, yeah. Or on the other side, if you're the real skittish fighter, like I want to say Mayweather. I don't really perceive Mayweather as skittish, but he was on his bicycle. You know, he got on his. My coaches call that when you just do your ring work or whatnot. They call it bicycle. Get on your bicycle. That's how I picture Mayweather, and that doesn't work for every fighter. It works for some fighters. It works for something. There's not one style. You have to. What do they say? Like water. I believe I perceive the whole kung fu like water statement, or Bruce Lee's statement. I think this is what he's talking about. You have to be flexible. You have to be adapt to whoever's in the ring. So if your preconceived notion is you already know how to box, you've already failed. Spoiler alert, you've already failed. Because how you should box is in relation to all the environmental variables. If you have a preconceived notion, I'm going to box like this and it's just going to work out, that's not how it works out. Right? It's not how it works out. Go in there with a blank slate. I teach my class, what are you going to do if somebody jumps you at 3 o'clock in the morning walking down a dark alley? Every time you get in the ring, picture it like a dark alley. It's 3 o'clock in the morning and you're not ready for what's coming. That is the best way to box. That is the best way to have your brain wired that you don't know. And then the confidence wise, oh, I'm getting goosebumps as we talk. Confidence. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know who I'm going to fight. I might fight one guy. I might fight 100 guys. It doesn't matter. I'm running head first. You know, I am running in. That's the kind of confidence. It's not I know what's best. It's I don't give a shit. Oh, don't swear. We're Christian. I don't care what I'm about to face. I'm running up that hill with a gun anyway. That's the right mindset. It's not I know what's going to happen. It's I don't know what's going to happen, and I'm going to do it anyway. That is confidence. That's the difference between cocky and confidence, right? Be confident, don't be cocky. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to go back to it. I would knock you out. That's what everybody says. Yep. Actually, that's what everybody says in every gym, everywhere. Because, like little kids, that's the default state, right? Like, spoiler alert, in boxing, there's 100 states about that, 1,000, I don't know. It's enlightenment. With boxing, you always get better. You never peak. There's no peak to boxing. Mike Tyson will tell you, Fury will tell you, Mayweather will tell you. You know, it's you can always learn more. Yep. Always. Lifelong learner. Yep. You know, I've lost like 20. I'm going to go back to before I cool down. I haven't even warmed up yet. Yeah, I lost like 20 pounds last month. Super interesting. I wasn't really trying. Yep. The Among Mantis Popsicle, the Among Us portion at 3 a.m. Drink it. Will become. I didn't see what those other meant. I'm reading that unconscious. I don't know what that means. Joe, I would knock you out there again. I think I already spoke to that. It doesn't work like that. Everybody thinks they're awesome. Yep. Actually, that's to my advantage. Psychological warfare. When I went to the ghettos, when I fought like world champions, I would make a point to look as dumb as possible. I would show up in my Hawaiian t-shirt. You know, my hair right now is pretty close to how long I had it when I would fight. You know, like I would do stuff on purpose that made me look like a dumb white guy. Why? because all the super talented, the super good people that I was going to be competing with, they'd think less of me. They would assume that they're going to beat me up just because of the way I look. Like rope-a-dope, it was candy. You know, I was luring them in. My Hawaiian shirt, because that cockiness you're expressing, I don't remember who said it, but that cockiness you're expressing, that's the average. That's what most people think. Like the big strong weightlifters, you know, at the bar, this is how you lure them in. Look dumb. Don't try to beat your chest in front of them. Look like a stupid little kid. That is the best way to win. Why? Because then they don't plan for you. They don't prepare for you. You want people to think that they're going to win before you get in the fight. Right? That's been my experience. I want you to think as little as me as possible before we get in the ring. Why? Because then you're going to prepare as little as possible. And spoiler alert, there is no greater satisfaction in boxing than hitting that cocky guy first. You know, that first clean punch right on his face, the look in their eyes, greatest satisfaction in boxing. Why? Because that's when they realize danger. Like, it's not what I thought it was going to be. Yep. Okay, I'm going to. How often do I personally once a week. I think the gym twice a week, thereabouts average. You know, yeah, that's not true because it was almost every night there for the last month or so. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go. My lips are dry. Show the camera.
It's not even bandana though.
Oh,
It's not even bandana though.
I know it is, but tell them.
That's for now.
How's your weekend? You have a good weekend? You're taking too long. I'm going back to it.
I want to know where you started. I want to know where you started.
Yeah, throws off your I did that every summer too. Throws off your old schedule and it sucks to get from August. Amazing things, rescued babies, built hospitals. No, they do that. Video games. Awesome. Hey, is it bouncing around too much? Let me know. I'll move the camera. You guys are on the corner post of our one of our boxing rings. Technical technique. You know, so this is coming off my phone, right? So I can only see like the last 4 or 5 chat messages. So that's what I'm gonna respond to. Sun God Nika. Ooh, that's a cool name. Absolutely impeccable technique. Yeah. So, but pessimistically assume that, you know, I don't even want to go down there. Well, most people will critique my warm up because they're not aware. They're not aware of what I'm doing. Like, so when I warm up, when I'm throwing, well, you know, and I'm just going to speak to that. You might be speaking to something different because I didn't really see it in context. What I'm doing, how I warm up, it's just my center of gravity, and I usually center of balance. And nice talking. Actually, that's what I was just picturing as I'm warming up. You know, like I'm not even sweating. I'm just starting to sweat. So I'm stiff. Like I didn't work out at all this weekend. We went tubing down a couple of rivers, but I'm stiff. So I'm overcommitting to my punches. So if you guys want to critique my style, I'm actually doing it wrong right now. I'm trying to stay perfectly balanced. I'm trying to stay so balanced. When I throw my punches, it doesn't matter if I hit the bag or not hit the bag. That's super tough, super tough. Most people don't train like that. Most people can't handle training like that. They have to punch and hit. It's an ego thing, right? Like it's even subconsciously, it's still an ego thing. And you know, it applies to me too. And that's actually, I'm making this up as I go, or this is not premeditated. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. Right now, I'm doing the ego stuff, and I'm aware that I'm doing the ego stuff, but I'm still struggling not to do the ego stuff. And I've been at this point in my enlightenment for, I don't know, I broke my back in 2013. Let's say what I'm currently working on, I probably started working on in 2017, 2018 or whatnot. So I've been working on it since then, and I'm still struggling with it. And as far as I can tell, what I'm talking about, what I'm struggling with, will be a struggle until the day I die. Like, it's enlightenment. You're always chasing it. Like Isaac said, the Karate Kid, wax on, wax off. Like, you're always trying to get better. What I'm working on now, I predict I'll never be great at it. Or, I'll never, if I say I'm good enough, I think I failed, right? Like, yeah, it's, you don't climb Mount Everest to be on the top of Mount Everest. You climb it because you might die in between. You climb it because it's really hard. And what I'm doing right now is so hard, I'm positive that I will never master it, right? It's enlightenment. Like, it's the act of, not the conclusion. Ooh, I like how that sounds. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna read and then I'm gonna cool down if I BS here too long. Step in and out. That's true. I'm not really boxing. I'm just working on my balance. And actually, there again, the game that I'm doing in my warm up has little to nothing to do with my arms. It has little to nothing to do with the bag. It's all my body. And the challenge is when you throw, like, let's say my arms weigh 30 pounds. When I throw my arm outside of my center of balance, it pulls me forward, right? So what I'm trying to do is move my arms outside of my body without it pulling me forward. And the counter to that, the way you mitigate that is being super loose. Being so loose, and it's kind of like a fast twitch muscle thing. It's not really a conscious thing. But I'm training my body to compensate, to be so loose, I can throw that punch and nothing happens. Right? Because, I'm going to go back to it. Most people don't train like that. Most people train as if they're going to hit the bag. When I say most people, I'm talking like 95% of people. Odds are the majority in this chat, they're training their brain to think every time they throw a punch, they're going to hit the bag or they're going to hit their target. Don't do that. It's a horrible strategy. Don't do that. It looks cool. Most people are in boxing to look cool. And true, hitting the bag really hard looks cool. Hitting those machines at the bar looks cool. That's not how real life works. If dark alley, 3 o'clock in the morning, if winning is your goal, don't do that. Don't hit the bag really hard. Don't inflate your ego from those bar punching machines. It doesn't work like that. In real life, it doesn't work like that. You should be scared. If you're super confident, you're not scared enough. It's ignorance. Confidence and ignorance are the same thing. It's like gamma rays and radio waves. They're two sides to the same spectrum. Yep. If you're super confident, you are ignorant to all the ways you can lose. I'm not. I'm well aware of all the ways I can lose because you reverse engineer that. I'm well aware of all the ways I can win. A little kid with a handgun beats the best fighter on the planet, beats every fighter on the planet. Yep. A little kid with a pocket knife beats every fighter on the planet. Yep. Fighting is only good within the scope of restricted constraints. I'm picturing like upper and lower control limits. Like physical skills, physical ability to fight, it's only good in this tiny narrow band of potential situations. Yep. So if you're confident, it's because you're ignorant that fighting only works in this tiny little situation. Little kid with a pocket knife takes out Mike Tyson in 5 seconds, half a second, one stab to the neck. Yep. Oh my God, that sounded. We're a Christian channel. Mike, I'm sorry. Awesome. I'm just trying to get the point across, right? Like, don't be confident. Actually, I recommend you stay on the other side of things. Like, assume everybody's going to kill you. Assume that you are super vulnerable. Assume there's an IED in the road everywhere you go. Why? Because then you'll stay aware of it. It's paranoia. There's yeah. Well, paranoia is Awareness and paranoia, also two sides of the same spectrum. I recommend you skew towards paranoia. If you haven't thought of all the ways you can lose, you're ignorant to all the ways you can lose. Okay, I'm gonna go back to it. Yep. Yeah. I just saw this WR prod. I'm here. I'm making a point to respond to my comments. Right? I'm still trying to figure out how to balance my workout. Yeah. Oh God, the comments moved. I was going to respond to one. I don't remember what it said. Best base for boxing is schizophrenic parent. Best case for just about everything. Just about everything, not just boxing. Like, but it's debilitating too, right? Like it's yeah. I've been in a lot of crazy places, and I grew up in kind of a crazy environment, you know. So I have a bunch of life. This only happens in the movies kind of experience, and dialing down my paranoia, dialing down my fight or flight, so I could function in normal society was a major challenge. Where I came from, it was a fight for your life. You know, it was. You did have to worry about everything, like poison, could be anywhere. Yep. You did have to worry about it. So, not being paranoia is, it's a challenge. It's a purgatory. Purgatory is not the right word. It's the mush in between paranoia and not paranoid enough. If you're super confident, if you think you're gonna knock, most people in boxing, like most boxers, it's most of us. It's the average, not the exception. They have an inflated. Internal image of how things are going to play out. Like most people, the vast majority of people get their ass kicked. They jump in the ring all cocky and they come out crying. Like that's the average, not the exception, right? And I think it's that way in society. I see that in jobs. It's that way in corporate America. It's just how human beings work. We all think we're cool until we learn that we're not cool. I was going to tie that into paranoia somehow, but I kind of forgot what that was. Oh, awareness. Once you get your ass kicked a bunch of times, you just become aware that anybody can kick your ass. So it's paranoia, but it's not like a negative paranoia. Like I've gotten my ass kicked so many times, I just naturally assume everybody's a threat. But it's not in a bad way. It's an experiential way. Like I've been in so many fights. That's just how the data works. Now I'm picturing like Plinko from The Price is Right. You drop enough of those coins in there, it still makes a standard distribution. You still get the bell curve. It doesn't matter how cool you are, you still get the bell curve. It's the same. That's just how it works. Yep. Okay. Oh my God, I'm all cool now. Or I'm cooled down. I knew an overconfident, kind of an asshole. Well, it's like that for all of us, and actually, even the humble guy gets their ass kicked too. Like it's there's really no great one strategy for everything, and humble, yeah, humble doesn't even apply in all situations. Sometimes it's in your best interest to be super cocky. That's kind of what I teach. You adjust like water. You adjust to match the situation because you can't predict what it's going to be. Like you don't know. I highly recommend you don't bother watching fight footage if you're going to fight somebody. Don't watch any of their footage. Assume you have no idea what they're going to do, and then prepare accordingly, because that's how real life works. Yep. God, I said this like 5 times, but I'm actually going to go start warming up again. WR prod. So you have more focus on your movement in your warm up. Yeah, it's just center. I think I already answered this. I'm going to answer it again. So right now I'm I'm catching myself going forward, because I'm fat and stiff and out of shape from not working out this weekend. So I'm doing the normal thing right now, and I'm catching myself doing it. So I'm trying not to do it, but it's still happening. It's still happening because I haven't really warmed up enough. Once I get warmed up, for me, I suck until I'm tired. Once I'm tired, I'm too tired to do all the dumb stuff. Once I'm tired is when I start boxing my best. Why? Because I'm too tired to do all the dumb stuff. That I start boxing right because I don't have any energy or muscle to do it the wrong way anymore. If you flex, if you're burning calories, it's because you're boxing the wrong way. Anytime you get tired, anytime you're using energy. Actually, this is a good visual. I'm going to go back to it, but this is like a coaching kind of lesson. If it hurts, you're doing it wrong. So for me, I'm a visual thinker, and I picture this like electricity. Anytime it hurt, or anytime something hurts, whatever, it doesn't matter what you're talking about. If it hurts, you're doing it wrong. So picture it like ohms of resistance. It's in your best interest. I can't tell you how to do this because every body is different. Every person is different. Your experience is different. Everybody is different. You got to figure this out on your own. This is enlightenment. So anytime you get tired, opportunity for improvement, because when you do it right, you don't get tired. 0 ohms of resistance. That's the goal. How can you throw a punch without using any muscle? 0 resistance. Yep. And that ties back into my warm-up routine. It's all in my core. Like I'm trying not to use my muscles. I'm trying not to lean forward. I'm trying to use nothing. I'm trying to hit that bag with 0 ohms. Right? And once I get tired, once I warm up like this long enough, I start to get tired, my muscles start to crap out from doing it wrong. Well, then I can start doing it right. Like once my arms don't work anymore, I stop using my arms, and that's when I box the best. Like I get too tired to do it wrong. Probably works that way with other people, but me specifically, it's always been that way. I would do like 5 rounds of warming up before I got in the ring, like in actual fights. I warmed up more than every other boxer I ever saw in competition. It's just how it works for me. Yep, minimum wage. Move your hips. Yep, that's what I was talking about. All right, I'm gonna go back to it. Well, first off, minimum wage, nice to see you again. I think you've been here like 3 days in a row, eh? So expect better footworks. Yeah. Yes, sir. I like it. I talked to him, it makes sense. Ooh, I love it. I was going to get you close. Yeah, you see that? I sit back right here. It wasn't on purpose. It's just how I work. Conditioned response. Pablo's dogs. You should all be salivating when the bell rings.
Like a movie after over here.
I spent so much time BSing with you guys. I gotta warm up again. My hands on. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm warming up. It actually doesn't really matter. We have like 10,000 hours of we have like, I'm making this number up. I have no idea what it is, but we have like 10,000 hours of footage on there. Watch some of it. Oh my god. So I told myself before the stream I was going to make a point to plug our actual channel, but I haven't thought of how to do that yet. Improvising. Go watch our other channel, or not our channel, our content. Yeah, made up number. I don't really know what it is, but we probably have like 10,000 hours worth of footage at this point. Proper technique. I highly recommend you question whatever your version of proper is. Because if you get your ass kicked, who cares?
I got the chance to come here. Put it in your fridge, it's never gone. You're never well, it's over tonight.
I just saw this. We started on Thursday. So, actually tying back into my channel plug. Go watch your spine. So what I do with the cocky guys, and this has been true for a long time. We're probably coming up on 2 decades or 20, but yeah. Actually, I can remember doing this with some guys that became world champions, pro boxers. So what I do is I just watch on Thursday when we were sparring. I let everybody in the gym try to beat me up. Right? Why? Because my defense, and similar to most good boxers, after a while you just I block everything. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, not everything, it's not 100%, but even if I don't block it, at this point I'm moving slightly, like my reflexes, kind of like blinking your eye. By default, like I know body mechanics well enough, subconsciously I know body mechanics well enough that I blink when somebody's going to throw a punch at me. And I'm saying that metaphorically. In real life, I don't blink. But when somebody throws a punch at me, I naturally, like, I don't think about it. This just happens. I move in the direction of the punch. Why? Because a tiny little bit of movement diffuses nearly the entire punch. Like, you only get hurt when you're stagnant, when you're standing still, or you're moving in the opposite direction of the punch. That's when it gets hurt. Like, being really loose and, like an eighth, like, no joke, an 1/8 inch movement in the direction with the punch basically diffuses everything, right? Like, I don't, on TV it looks like a big deal, but when you're in the ring, when you're a real boxer, like when you're actually doing it, it doesn't look, it's not like that. It's less than what it looks like. It looks like a big deal, but in boxing, in real life, and every good boxer I know would support this, or that tiniest little movement in the direction of the punch diffuses like 90% of the power. So I don't have to do a big dramatic split or slip, and I don't have to block and all that stuff. In reality, I just have to move a tiny little bit. That's it. Because if you're loose enough, then I forgot to say this. This is why so I say this in the ring. The drunk guy survives a car crash and the sober guy dies. Why? Because the drunk guy is really loose and he absorbs all the impact. The sober guy is not loose and he's stiff and that's why the sober guy dies and the drunk guy lives. You gotta be so loose. Boxing, same thing. I prescribe the same thing to my boxers. Like, number one most important thing, be loose. Because you don't know what punch is gonna hurt you the most. If you did, support. If you did, you'd block it. Yep. You get your ass kicked by the punch you don't see. So plan for the no. I'm a project manager. PM speak. Plan for the known unknowns. You know that you don't know what's going to hurt you. So plan for that. And how do you do that? How do you mitigate for unknown possibilities? You stay really loose. You'll warm up like I warm up. Like I'm trying to keep my center of balance because I don't know where my target's going to be. Like if you're training, if you visualize the bag staying still, if you visualize your opponent staying still, which most people do, like it's not your fault. It's just like a little kid's plan for that. Don't plan for that. It doesn't work like that in real life. In real life, people move. Odds are whoever you're fighting is going to be at the same skill level you are. You know what that means? They're going to know how to dodge your punches. Yep. It's very rarely one-sided. Most of the time in boxing, you're fighting somebody that can box back. Yep. Okay, I'm going to go back to, oh my God, I'm BSing a lot. I told myself I was going to do this, but I'm still new to it, so I don't have the rhythms. I don't have the rhythms of how much I should talk and how much I should box. I don't have it figured out yet. I'm making it up as I go. Are you kidding? I'm reading that out of context. I don't know what you're referring to. If you want to learn how to get knocked out, no, I've never been knocked out. Tons of fights. Oh, and actually building with that, my spidey sense went up. So I say be paranoid of everybody. Yep. So I always think you're gonna knock out. That I tell my class, that old lady walking on the street, be paranoid. Assume everybody is a threat. Like, yeah. The goal is to, well, this is where I'm at, you know, and it's kind of questionable, but this is where I'm at. Like subconsciously, I feel the distance between me and other people. So one of the spiels I give during the class is I know how many steps that nice old lady is away from me. Or in the reverse, in the paranoid side, defensive side, I know how many steps it's going to take her to get to me. Like I just know it. Like it's I don't think about it. I don't calculate it. Like my body, I've been training for so long. I've been doing this for so long. Kind of like a police officer naturally grabbing his gun. Like I know, I feel ahead of time, subconsciously, no effort on my part. I feel how many steps it takes me to get to people. Like yeah. I just naturally know. Like if I wanted to close that distance, I can feel what that distance feels like. And it's just where I'm at. You know, I've just been doing this so long. We keep going. Let's go ahead and disagree. Or oh gosh, you know, I'm making a point to respond. AP. You guys need to come up with easier names to match my reading ability. Asper 92, I think you mean well, but you have a good spirit, but I disagree with you on something. Well, that's okay, dude. You know, I actually, but boxing's awesome. Like, anything you do in boxing leads to a fight. So anybody that gets emotional, you know, like what you see the pros, all the smack they talk on TV, that's just to sell tickets. You see these guys in the locker rooms, they're all nice. Like, I've been around world champions from every region on the planet, like world pro, yeah. They're all good guys. They're nice. Like when you see Mike Tyson helping people off the floor, that was my experience. When you see Tyson Fury saying good things about his opponents, that was my experience. In real life, like once you get past from selling tickets, like, yeah, I haven't met a mean pro boxer yet. Like they've all been real good guys. It's all just to sell tickets. Like when everything leads to a fight, being angry doesn't mean anything. It's like chihuahuas. You're yipping. Like once you start fighting with pit bulls, nobody cares about your yip. Like yip all you want, it doesn't matter. We're all pit bulls here. I'm gonna go over here. Read coach. Go to your blockades in your mind. Go through your blockades in your mind. I'm reading that out of context. That sounds deep though. Deep's up my alley. Hey man. Yesin? Hey man, can I give you some tips? Everybody's got tips. Awesome. And that's a cognitive bias. Like first off, you're assuming you know what you're looking at, like the tip of the iceberg, because you can see it. You're assuming that's all there is to be, or that's all there is to be. I highly recommend you check that. Why? Because there is no factual, there's no practical way that you've seen all the information that's required to calculate the conclusion that you've concluded. Yep. So then what did you conclude? Ignorance. Oh God, that sounded bad. I don't mean it like that. It's just like you have to know what I'm doing to measure me against what you think I'm doing. And I say that because most people this is just the way I warm up, and how I do it's abnormal, so it's not your fault. It's just what I'm doing is not normal. Yep. But I'm wearing gloves and I'm hitting the bag, so the assumption is I'm punching the bag like a normal person. That's not the case. I'm doing something different. It's my center of balance. Can you hit the big? Yeah, I'm gonna go. And actually, back to my point. Like I don't do the showy offy stuff here, which most people do. And actually, in real life, we're live streaming here this entire thing. In real life, those fancy guys like was it Ryan Garcia? Was it what's the other guy? Oh my God, I can't think of anybody. Tank. Yeah. Well, whatever. When you see those pros punching, they're doing it on purpose. They're doing it for the camera. Watch. They'll do all the fancy stuff, and then they'll go back to doing normal stuff. What you're seeing here is a continuous stream. So you're seeing a lot of the dumb stuff that most pros chop out. Why? Because all this, how these comments play out, right? Like if you want to sell tickets, you cut out all your weaknesses and you try to inflate your image as much as possible. That's not what we're doing, which is what you're doing. Yep. I'm doing a lot of the same stuff you see the pros do, but they cut out the middle. They cut that out so you can't see it. It's all perception. Yep. Just like 1, 2. Yeah. Are you really a coach? Yep. Him versus the 100 gorilla. Hands down. That was this thing on the internet just a little bit ago, wasn't it? The gorillas. I'm old enough. I know of it, but I never watched it. I don't know what it refers to. I don't think any pros do what you're doing, bud. Well, I broke my back, so my style is unique. And actually, yeah, that's. And I work as a statistician. I'm a mathematician, so I have a different perspective than most. Plus, that's part of the reason I'm presenting here. Most pro boxers suck at presenting. It's not their strong suit. Yep. So, actually, there's a paradox there. The people most skilled tend to suck at training their skills or teaching their skills. It's interesting. It's a paradox. Or paradox is catch-22. Maybe that's more appropriate. Yep. The people you want to learn from might just be horrible teachers. And actually, in reality, it's like that more often than not. Most great boxers are just horrible teachers. Horrible. Boxing and coaching, they don't go together. One doesn't make the other. They're like two separate skill sets. Yep. I'm going to go back warm up here. Hello. Oh, well, shit, you should have said your back was... Well, actually, no. So, like... It still messes with me, but not so much in boxing. And actually, that's in relation to my style. So my style is all goofy. How I warm... Actually, I don't think I contradicted myself, but maybe. How I warm up here is 100% from me breaking my back because I couldn't do all the dumb stuff. Like most people do dumb stuff, like all of us. Like, nobody's exempt from doing dumb, cocky stuff, right? Like, it's... Yeah. For me... I was still doing the dumb cocky stuff, and then I would hurt my back. I would get hurt again, because I was so fragile and weak. Yep. So I had to learn how to do stuff with. Actually, straight to your point, I had to learn how to throw my punches without pulling my back at all. Like perfectly balanced, chucking the dead weight of my arm so it didn't tweak my spinal cord in any way, shape, or form. And actually, I didn't think about this earlier, but that's to your point. That's why I train the way I train. That's why I warm up the way I warm up. Yep. And my back doesn't really. My back has issues, but most of the time it doesn't cause it. Like, I've changed how I box where it doesn't hurt me that much, but sometimes mowing the yard takes me out, or sometimes doing the dishes and leaning forward for too long causes me problems. Yep. So it's still a thing, but I've compensated where I can box most of the time. Jim, we're in St. Cloud, Minnesota. Yeah, actually, I am. All right, I'm not venting, but I'm talking about. But true, yep. Why? Because I get some jollies from this deep level conversation, and I train like 7 hours a week. Yep. Awesome. Yeah, I run out. Okay, I'm gonna go back to it. True. Your points are true. Tweak it on life. How's it going? Good. How you doing? Jonathon. Wait. Oh, we've already. Oh, yeah. You want me to take it forward? Yes, sir. Yeah, thanks.
Wait for the big rear hand. This time you say it's rope. We're not far. You can't punch it so it gets close. Take it back down. That's the counter now, right? Right here, this way. I think the value of the counter with this. I know that right there coming. You know, I'm going to see you there. I feel like that. It's so look so we're using way too long. Just get on this block. Put it on the block. Oh, this way. 5 minutes. You got to push up. Still center, no. Feet up, not sit up, feet up. You got to get like this. Then left, then right. Right to twist, bring your thighs to depth. Then left, then right. Heel slap. 5. There you go. Now hand side. Perfect. 5. Okay, no plan. Yes. Your pace, your order, 5 minutes. Over it again. Faster. Just use yourself. And get to go to the door. Have a run. Straight to hot. Good. I hope everybody's eating right. Everybody's talking about water. Eating right. Eating not eating wrong. Bring up the crap. If you get sick, take a mess. My back, I'll pull it off. If you're done, I'll clean yourself up. Go clean my back. If you leave yourself clean the next day, you will be staying away. You will not be welcome back. So it's not easy. Don't get sick. Pretty simple. You can clean it, make sweat, clean it up. Pick up. What are you doing here? Underneath. Lift me. 5 minutes. On the bell. Lift me up your shoulder. Yeah. That's good. Lift me up. Yeah. Down. Back forward. Okay. So yeah, get started next. This is up. Like it sounds here. Like your hook breaker. Here, too. I don't want out. This is what I want to do. I'm going to short you. I can cut a little out of you. And then cut a lot. Back out. And you got the short switch. Ow. Down there. Come back like that. Oh, look at that. Well, these clubs, man, it's pretty like jokes.
All right, it's not just talking. I'm actually slacking. I feel it. I feel out of shape from the weekend. Okay, I'm gonna go back over. It's not every day. 3 days a week. Yeah. I moved and I took my bag down. I haven't put up another bag at home yet, so maybe we should be nice to him. Head injury, like phenomena. If anything, it just made me smarter. That's an old reference. So, insert movie from the 90s, early 2000s, Ron Travolta. You know, I spied on Thursday. Like, did you guys watch? The bunches should be. I'm milking it out again. I am actually tired. So, like, if I wasn't doing this, yeah. Your point's on telling me to go back to work. Appropriate. Don't read my comments, bro. Awesome. I read that. Oh, hey, that's ironic, eh? Why don't you turn your punches over? Because, well, first off, I'm not really punching, and actually latching on to this. So I'm tired from this weekend. Let me confess that right now. Accurate. So I don't turn them over because when you're that close to the bag, it speaks to the ohms of resistance, the metaphor I was describing earlier. Any spot where you have an ohm of resistance is bad. You want zero resistance. Boxing's all mechanical. Little David can beat up Goliath in boxing, right? Because it's all mechanical, right? So your goal as a student of the game, and there again, this is enlightenment. You'll never get there. The goal is to always try to get better. Never assume you're great, right? Because great people don't train. Guess what happens when people don't train? Yep. So always look for ways to make your stuff more efficient. And, process improvement's my world at work. I'm a Six Sigma black belt, which has nothing to do with Kung Fu. It's just math. So I'm a statistician at work. That's what we're talking about here. When I say ohms of resistance, I'm actually talking about process improvement. Oh my God, I can't remember what got me down that rabbit hole of thought. But you want to throw as many punches as you possibly can. The goal. This is the goal of boxing. I don't care who you are, what country you're in. This is categorical imperative. This is true for everybody. Throw as many punches as you can while using as little energy as you possibly can. That is boxing. That is a universal truth. Yep. Most people don't do that. Like most people aren't aiming for that enlightenment. They're trying to beat people up. That's a bad strategy. Don't do that. When you fight guys like me, guys that have experience, I'm just gonna run away from you. You know, even in the ring, like I'll just run away from you. Yeah. You catch me, you'll throw me a big arm, meaty arm punches or whatnot. But the bigger you are, the slower you move. And if you're bigger than me, it's super easy for me to slip your punches. Right? And it's conditioned response. Like I don't even think about it. Like I just my body does it without me knowing it's doing it. Right? Like just because I've been doing this so long. Well, it's that way for everybody I know. Yep. I don't remember what got me thinking about that. Minimum wage. Why are you complaining about your back? Guys behind you. While I'm complaining about my back, I'm not complaining about my back. I'm just saying it happened. I'm doing Marines. You see. I don't know what you're talking about, but condition response. When I was a boxer, we did the same stuff. Actually, Scott was my coach, or one of my coaches that I had. Yep. So doing the same thing. Yep. I'm in a different spot now. I am not a little kid boxer, or not a little kid. We actually have all ages represented here. We had a couple of guys that were over 60 for a while. In boxing, everybody's welcome. I'm in a different spot. I don't have those same egotistical urges to prove myself anymore. I'm in a different spot. I like helping people, showing people what I've learned. That's how I get off these days. Yeah. Oh, actually, watch on Thursday. Like I don't beat anybody up, like ever. Even if they want me to, it's like I'm past that point. Like I fight people to let them know that they can't beat me up. That's where I get my jollies these days. Like beating people up, zero satisfaction. Most of the time, I feel bad about it afterwards. Yep. Tons of satisfaction, tons of ego from fighting these big burly guys and not even beating them without throwing a punch. Like that's where I get my jollies these days. Yep, I just let everybody punch on me, and they can't. Like, yep. My defense is good enough. I win with defense. And you guys will get that place too, right? But fitness level's not too bad. Not a boxer, let alone a coach. But bro, that backhand looks mad painful. No, and actually I'm not even punching. So. This is a measurement bias. It's speaking of cognitive biases. It's a measurement bias. So your what you can see is all the data you're working with, right? Like it's impossible for that not to be true, right? Well, what I'm saying is similar to that iceberg metaphor, that iceberg meme. What's happening below the surface, the stuff you can't see, is the vast majority of what I'm doing. So what you can see is the little tip above water. It doesn't mean anything. I care the least about what you're looking at right now. What I care about the most, you can't see, and I'm going to tell you because you wouldn't know unless I told you. I'm working on my balance, right? So what my arms are doing doesn't really matter at all. So I'm boxing, and my arms don't matter. That's a contradiction, and that's where all the confusion comes in. But I have enough experience where, most people arm punch. Most people are just horrible boxers because they're arm punching. Don't arm punch. Learn how to throw your punches without using any muscles at all. I picture it like when I'm in the zone, I picture it like Donkey Kong just chucking barrels at Mario. That's all I'm doing. I'm chucking the dead weight of my arm at 100 miles per hour at your head. And if I miss, nothing happens because I'm prepared for it. If I miss, I throw the other hand. And if I miss with that one, I throw the other hand. And if I miss with that one, because my center of balance is so good, when I'm in the zone, I can miss you 100 times and hit you on the 101st time, right? That's how real boxing works. If you're not training like that, take it as a positive sign that there's more to learn. No. Okay, I'm gonna go. Bro, that backhand, I already spoke to it. I'm not even hitting it. I'm actually just I'm making contact with the bag. The value of what I'm punching right now has nothing to do with the bag. The value is, I don't know, just putting the weight of my arm outside of my center of gravity, or my center of balance. Yeah, because your arm has weight. So when you punch, your arm pulls you forward, right? By default, everybody. Train on that. That's what I'm training on. Because if you don't check it, if you're not working on that, when you fight a real boxer, when you fight somebody with skill, odds are they're going to slip your punch. Odds are you're going to miss them. Just how boxing works. What are you going to do with your miss? Throw another punch. Well, you can't throw another punch if you're too committed to that first punch. So most people think in ones and twos, jabs and right crosses. Boxers experience, it takes you to a different level. Think in ton punch combos. You can miss with the first 9 and knock them out with the 10, right? Plan for that. Don't think about ones and twos. You're just shooting yourself in the foot. Real life doesn't work like that. Watch on Thursday. I just let people beat on me all day. Yep. Boxers from around Minnesota, like open challenge, like yeah. It's a thing. It's a thing. I'm getting cut. My mouth is dry. Okay, I'm gonna go back to it.
Those dads will never compete. I'm not here to box. Well, then you're here to survive in case somebody wants that. Stop you. Or take your right. I don't know what it is. Honestly, not. I don't know how to do it. That's what I hope you said. Water, that's the way. I know I don't understand, I see this little bit of a cat. Where have you been, buddy? What's that? Maybe he wasn't, but I hope that he's wrong. Yeah, we're here to. And you turn that page. Turn that page down. Step up.
Alrighty, I'm going to be taking over the class here in a second. I think they're just, whatever. I don't want to hit the bag anymore. I'm going to grab the camera and walk around and BS with people. And then if they don't have partners, I'll put my gloves on and punch them in the face. Awesome. Throw the backhand. Oh, I already spoke to that. Yeah, I'm not in with the backhand. It's actually my ring finger. That's the knuckle I with. I recommend you do the same. So this is Scott's warm up, and he has the boxers punch gloves. They punch each other's gloves. Yeah. It's interesting. It keeps you thinking. Yeah. Like fast twitch muscle.
Little eyes.
Scott and I, oh, hey, 12. Scott and I have never talked about this, but I think, you know, one of the additional values to what they're doing is just the conditioned response, like getting used to people trying to punch you in the eyeballs, because it's not something that happens naturally. Yep. Like you have to train yourself to not blink, and it's not normal. Like most spoiler street fighters, this is where they suck. Throw 100 jabs at a street fighter's face, and they'll probably blink for every one of them. Why? Because they haven't trained their brain to not. Like I still blink, but I've kind of deadened whatever that response is. I can keep my eyes open while you punch me in the eyeball. I don't know, it's just a conditioned response thing. But I consider this kind of practice doing that. Like training you not to blink. You know, Scott, I was just saying one of the values of that is keeping your eyes from blinking. Like after a while, you just get used to it, right?
One thing I want to bring up, as you are doing this, okay, we talk about trying to jolt clear second, okay? We're trying to punch and hit, make contact, hit that moving target as they do to you. But okay, now say he sees my glove, okay, that doesn't mean, and this is a great head movement trick. Why? Because as I'm going, all of a sudden, he's trying to outdo me, he reacts, he counters, all of a sudden he shoots to the left, okay, then I move right, okay, boom, shoot to get my punches, and I see his right coming. Here, maybe you're just dodging and lining up, but that head movement towards those moving shots coming at you, dodge, boom, 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 dodge, boom, boom, boom. So you're trying to outdo each other, but I think do that head movement, what a perfect time. Even though you're trying to hit that moving target, shoot that moving target, okay, I'm trying to not get hit at the same time. Even though I know he's not going to hit, he or she will not hit me, but yet line it up. Maybe you don't throw a punch, all of a sudden you see it come, and you dodge it, he throws that left hand. Okay, he comes, throws that right hand. You know, you can do that as well too. So here you're trying to kill two birds with one stone. You're trying to outdo the other. It's only going to improve your quickness, because really, the heavy bag only moves, doesn't back at you. And it keeps that sharpness. Mike Tyson, Joe Frazier, from the elbow to the wrist. I do not need the shoulder to the elbow part. I want that quickness. Bam, 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 bam. That's what I want. And then that movement. Next bell. Go! Nice.
I don't remember what I said to you about lifting weights, but I still feel bad about it.
Wait, did you hurt yourself after what you said?
No, I said something. It was funny. And then I realized maybe it wasn't funny. Oh, I like this song.
Targeting, I can see
I like it.
that shot. Trying to target my right hand with good. mom's red mom.
One of the outputs of this workout is it screws with you. Like you throw a punch and then somebody meets you before you expect it or when you don't expect it. It hurts. It hurts your arms. It hurts your arms in like weird ways. And that's how real life works. That's how real boxing works. You get hurt in goofy ways. Known unknowns. Coincidentally, ironically, most people don't know that they don't know. So when they get punched in the face, it's an unknown unknown. Like they didn't even know that they're going to get their ass kicked. It was possible that they're going to get their ass kicked. Like they didn't know. I know. So then it's an unknown. Like I know it's possible, but I don't know how it's going to come. Most people are stuck with, not most people, like we all are. We all, everybody from birth until you hit that first stage of enlightenment assumes they're awesome. It's an ego thing. Ego death. That's the first oracle you got to cross. I'm picturing the never-ending story. Awesome. Tower moment. I think that's a more appropriate word. That's the first tower to cross. Know that your ego is dumb. Nobody cares. It doesn't mean anything. You have a good weekend?
Yeah,
What'd you do?
nothing.
What? You can lie to me.
I did rest. So.
She jumped out of an airplane and then went skiing down a mountain and then rescued a bunch of cats from a river. Awesome. Oh, I'll put gloves on. Oh. Glove time. I'll grab gloves over here. Belle doesn't have a partner. Belle's dad was watching last week. Awesome. Abraham? I remember that. It's like a biblical name. Oh, I'm still holding my phone. Oh, I gotta prop you guys up so I can punch some little kids. I'll grab the phone again in a second.
10 seconds. Next bell.
This actually does look out.
There you go.
Awesome. Go. Don't wait for a coach. You got a partner, buddy?
Right there.
Oh, straight. Are you taking off? You're still in class though, right? What? This one goes until 8.
Oh, it does?
Yes, sir.
Then I'll be right back.
I like it. Don't worry about the hand rush. Just take them off, jump back in. Yeah, it's not worth it. I mean, it's worth it, but like at the cost of missing practice, questionable. I love this song. I don't know. I'm an optimistic person. That's a challenging question to answer.
So we have a first one?
Royal, get in closer. That's the purpose of the drill. You're not going to get hit in the face. Guys and gals, remember this drill. You know, this is how you learn how to fight inside. One of the benefits of this drill is the distance. I don't have to worry because I'm not, but I don't want my hands to drop. Okay? We want that hook. You want that hook. Hit that glove. Hit that glove. Okay? Bump off. This is how to learn to fight when somebody is in your face. You know that a lot of people, even in self-defense classes, they do not, that's the biggest fear. Think about it. When you're even with your mom, dad, grandma, whatever, it's kind of funny. When all of a sudden you invade this space, I really don't want to hug. Who wants to, it's grandma, it doesn't matter. You get older, it's like, there's something about that space. Well, that translates into fighting. Look at these guys that come out like this. I hate you, I hate you. Okay? But to get in here, okay, you want to take action because nobody likes it when you're in their face. But you control that too. That's okay. The bump, the push, eat that gap up. You be the controller. Move that person. When you're here, you move them. Move them. Okay? You're bumping, score off that bump. You get in shoulder to shoulder, nice and bump speed. He bumps and he pop speed. So don't be afraid. That's again another purpose of that drill. Otherwise, we're all here. What are you going to get? Nothing. Nothing. And then if I shoot a long shot, and look what happens. So again, I'm going to turn it over to John. Last half hour. You got practice, sir.
I like it. Everybody in the bag. Punch, punch, punch. Give me a moment to set up the camera.
I'm going to hit John's clock. 2 minutes on, 30 seconds off. Whatever John has.
Okay. Yeah, I always do 3 minutes. 3 minutes, 30-second breaks. Actually, real quick. In the amateur my first coach was Adonis Frazier down in a Circle of Discipline, and we always did 3 minutes everything. Why? Because in the amateurs, odds are you're not going to fight 3 minutes. You do in the championships, but most like insignificant fights, they do something less. So I always train 3 minutes because less is easier. Make it hard. And a lot of times when somebody's asking for 2 minute rounds, come back and say no. You want to do 3 minute rounds? Why? Because it's intimidating. Most people are chasing easy. Oh, hey, Brent got here. Which means I don't need to coach anymore. Win. Hey, Brad, you want to say something to the camera?
Something to the camera?
Yeah. Is what you're about to say.
Yeah, something to the camera.
No, I caught you, and then I parried. He's coaching. I'm gonna record. Do ya? Yeah. I would say it adds at least 15 IQ points. What would you say? Yeah.
That looks good.
20? 20? Oh, that's too much. You're too kind. I appreciate it though. Alrighty. So one of the cool parts about Brad coaching is I can walk around and BS with people. Throw that back in. Oh yeah, I already responded to that. So, not gonna talk about it again. Maybe I will. I'm not using my backhand. You guys just can't see it because of the way it looks on camera. But in reality, if you had my hands in the gloves, you'd realize I'm not actually hitting it with my backhand. I'm hitting it with my my ring finger, and not my finger, specifically just my ring knuckle, and then my pinky knuckle and my middle finger knuckle touch it on the peripherals. Yep. But my ring finger is my power knuckle. Yep. You should do the same. That's just how the human beings are designed. It's your middle finger. Jeet Kune Do. Actually, the way I punch when I'm in close range, that's like a Jeet Kune Do thing also. Oh, excuse me. So, keep going, don't stop. It's because it's your first day back in a while too. It sucks for a couple of weeks, but it's like a bike. You'll get it again. It comes back quicker afterwards than it does the first time around. Yeah. It just takes. I picture it like dust. You just gotta break the dust off. Yeah. You got class, buddy. I just told him to start. I got the camera ready. Okay. So you can take it. So on Monday, Brad coaches, but I usually get here a little bit earlier. And Scott's here all the time.
Running away from it.
I saw that. Spoiler alert, you can't run away from me, fool.
Can't hide.
I'll find you. Your dad's name is Abraham, right? Wasn't it? I gave him a shout out earlier, in case he was watching. Awesome.
Alright, you guys need to get a drink, like that.
What do you, 30-second wisdom?
30-second wisdom.
Yeah, I like it.
To be adaptable and pliable.
Ooh, oh my God. Earlier in this stream, I was talking about water. That's Bruce Lee that talks about be like water.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
It's a real thing. Like most people, they're not aware that they're unaware. Like they think they know what's going to happen because they don't know that they don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And that
most of the time it's better, it's all right to have a game plan, but you never really want to go into a fight thinking I'm going to do exactly this and this because it never works out that way. So it's better just to set yourself up in the right position to be able to flow with your opponent and then catch them as they make a mistake.
Oh my God, Brad and I didn't talk about this. I said basically the same thing, paraphrasing. I said the same thing like 30 minutes ago.
Nice.
Like I recommend. I tell my boxers, don't try to study the other guy. Like it's just gonna mess with your mind, right? Like I train. Picture somebody jumping you at 3 o'clock in the morning in the dark alley. What are you gonna do? Whatever the hell it takes.
Yeah.
Plan for that.
Yeah, your instincts take over. You just
Yes,
gotta
sir.
watch them physically and address the pressure from the physical from the how do
I gotcha.
from the physical attack, that, you know, because that's the only thing to worry about. There's nothing mental in a process of a physical fight. So all they can do is adapt to what they're doing physically. So it's a game of pressure. And,
Path one, it's all emotional. It's not analytical.
yeah.
Yes, sir. I like it. That was awesome. The thing, don't plan. Tyson, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Ooh, I punched the wall.
It's just like you practice stuff.
Actually, that's the real thing. Well, once you get there, you can hit that block.
Hit the pad, but don't hit the wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can hear the difference between that.
Everybody's ready on
It's the thing. It's the thing. Yes, sir. I tell boxers to punch the t-shirt without hitting the skin. Why? Because it requires depth.
We've gone over
Punch in 3D.
kind of the short range first, okay, where you don't need the full range of the throw, the initiate and attack, especially your quicker attacks.
What are you doing? Get up.
Feel the range of somebody, get them to think about this, or you got something else going on, kind of throw them off, or to just maybe stun them in the moment. You know, your quicker, shorter attacks are kind of, again, just more for kind of points and feeling the guy out. And then into the shorter range where you're actually digging and grounding yourself and using short range power. And then we went on to the full extent, full range positions for punches to get maximum power and that stuff. And last Monday was throwing a little bit of a variation at you guys. You know, working with the concept, you know, getting you guys to kind of play around with different angles and stuff, by demonstrating that most of your straight punches, which come straight out from the shoulder, once tilted at different angles, can be the same punches just at different angles. You guys have more range from there. I think today we're going to jump into hooks. So, a lot of times I'm going to say that this is as far as what you want to extend a hook, which is true to get the most power out of it. But realistically, you got still a longer and a shorter range for hooks. And I've heard reputable, even professional boxers say that you never want to bring your hooks back, draw it away from you know, straight from your shoulder to throw it, because you're telegraphing it. But I'm gonna personally myself disagree with that, for one reason. If you're only
Stand
doing
next to you
this,
so they can hear him.
you're not building.
Oh, you can
not
screw
a
it.
lot of power to build. Okay, you still need to build some power. So although dropping the arm back a little bit might seem like you're telegraphing, if you're doing things in the right time, it's not going to matter too much. Now, if I'm just going to lead with that, say if I'm going to come in and I'm going to drop this first and then throw, he might see it coming. But realistically, that's not a punch you want to lead with. Okay. And second, you know, if you're training in the proper ways of boxing, you're trying to always set something up. So you want to make the most contact with, or you want to do the most damage with, you don't ever want to lead with. You want to set it up so that they don't see it coming. I want to distract with a bunch of other things, and then I'm going to throw it. And what he didn't realize is when I was throwing this, guess what? I'm leaning into that power. I'm preloading that. That way he doesn't really see it coming. So, with all that being said, we're gonna move into the two ranges of attack and proper positioning for your hooks. Now, your first, for your longer range hooks, again, the 45-degree angle. What you don't really want to do, though, is drop it past 45 before you torque the body and release. Because the straighter your arm is, when you're pulling back, that's more drag, which is going to slow your punch down. And that's more, the longer the gap between your shoulder and your arm, or your fist, the longer the gap when you pull back, the more the person's going to see the punch coming, okay? So, when you drop this hand for the hook, okay, you're dropping it only as much as a 45-degree angle, and then firing up from there. You don't have to be in this close to hit at a long-range hook, but if you drop only to a 45 before you throw, you can still extend it out, and you can still throw the longer-range hook. Okay, and notice too, I'm never letting just the arm do work. I'm always, even though it might seem small movement, okay, just have a little bit of a bob I did here. I'm preloading weight already. I'm already leaning a little bit in forward, so I'm not reaching too much. I'm already popping in and swing out. Okay, so hooks, in order to get the most out of them, almost have to be preloaded. It's just like I was showing you, you can preload the jab instead of throwing it straight out. If I turn this shoulder in towards this one, I turn the other shoulder forward, it's like drawing that bow back. Okay, I'm now drawing this back by rotating my shoulders. So if I'm going to throw my left hook, I'm going to rotate that way. I can let this drop for a second and throw the body, swing the body first, keeping the arm at 45 until I need to release. So I'll preload onto this leg, my shoulders, so that this one's back has more range to throw. Okay, then I'm right here, real tight. I can preload and then swing the body first, letting the arm come out after. Can be done either side. Same thing here. If I want to preload the right, even though it's already kind of back from this one, the shoulder's already turned back. If I can get a little bit of a preload onto this leg, just a quick little bob, and then again throwing the body first. I mean, you're instinctively your arm is gonna follow the shoulder, right? Even though you drop it back, when it's only gonna come back so far. So I throw the body first, the arm is only coming out so far. Again, you don't want to come out here, let the arm go past where the elbow is. Start here, and if you need to reach from there, then you reach as you're throwing up. Don't reach before you throw, if that makes sense, because it's great. And you lose some of the power. But so, again, your longer range hooks are going to be a little bit of a preload at least. Plant that weight on that side that you're going to throw. When you turn your shoulders, that's when you want to be kind of dropping this down simultaneously. So I almost don't see it. Go ahead, drop that down towards the body and let the arm come out after. Okay? Let's just practice a couple of those longer range hooks on the bed. I want to see a little bit of a bob to preload onto that leg, If that shoulder in the turn, drop the shoulder's going to turn forward, like you're pulling the other one back, and turn it up from there.
I'm just going to go around and I'm the cameraman on Mondays. Awesome. I can capture unique and precious moments like this right here. Hey, I like this song too.
Generally going to be your elbow at the same
Ruby,
okay?
I remember who sings it.
Depending a little bit on the person's height.
Rancid.
Up a little bit, down a little bit.
Keep going.
Typically at about
I like what he's saying. What I picture, like, come over my right. Yeah, let's see if I can do this on camera. Come over, do what he's asking you to do it. Come over and hit me in the top of the head. Come over my right hand. I'm gonna throw it right at you. You're gonna come down and you're gonna go hook over my shoulder. Right towards my head. No, towards my head. Yeah, over. Do it. That's what he's asking. Yep. Because when you do it right, when I throw my right, now come over the top. Do what he's saying. Yeah. Yep. It's the only way you're gonna do it. Otherwise, most people don't think about this. When you do your big, fancy, powerful, I make fun of street fighters all the time on here. When you do your big power hook or your power hook, odds are as a predator, I'm gonna come straight down the middle. I'm gonna hit you in the face before your hook comes around. Why? I'm basically it's like racing. I'm taking the inside track. So most people throw those big looping hooks. I counter that with a straight right down the middle the moment I see you start moving for the hook. So I think that's what Brad's talking about. So if I threw my hook first, like preemptively, or not through, if I threw my straight right first, you can flip that, do what Brad's talking about, come over the top of my right shoulder and hit me in the side of the face. It's a counter to my straight right. That was complicated. I didn't describe that as easy as I could have.
You talking to me? Hold your right hand out.
Like this?
You're not talking outside. Are
No,
you talking like this or like
right.
this?
Yeah, but what Brad's talking about from that 45. So I throw that
Go outside or inside?
outside.
And then here.
Yeah, no, I would say don't even whip your hand up. So I'm going to do this. And I'll just touch my face. Whatever you got to do. Yeah, I'm going to throw this. Do whatever you got to do. Yeah. I think that's what Brad's talking about with that 45. I would wait for you because most people are slow. Most people suck, right? So they telegraph. Yeah. Or like, yeah, that 45. So it's enough to slip.
Oh, I hear. You're not even saying come in. You're just saying go again. Boom.
Yeah.
Right again.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of a jab. He said a hook. But kind of, yeah, what you're talking about.
Boom.
I believe what I heard, confirmation bias. How he was describing that hook sounds very similar to how I describe my hook. You know when I'm saying don't use any arm muscles? That's kind of what I heard Brad talking about too. I think how you describe your hook is very similar to how I describe it. Yeah. Or that 45 down. Yep. No arm muscles. So that's what I preach.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard.
Really
It's
the
hard.
torque of the body that generates.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yep. I like it. How's it going, buddy? I wasn't watching. Did you need it? Oh, gotcha. So, all the most vicious killers have butterflies tattooed to their face. It's a proven fact. It's a. Oh, what's that? Jonathan Livingston Seagull.
Is that what it is?
Oh, that's an old book. Yeah, we got that.
But yeah, get a butterfly on your face. You know, plain tattoo.
All the cool kids do it.
10 and plus. Ages 10 and plus.
Nah. In my day, we did it at 8.
Don't leave me hanging, bro.
We live on the streets. I didn't see it.
We lived on the streets. The streets killed me, you know what I'm saying?
Lord of the Flies. Eat or be eaten.
Butterflies.
Ooh, hey, but a bump. That was a pun. Awesome. So my interpretation of what he's saying, I think I'm going to stand on this side. I think his hook, as he was describing, is very similar to how I described my hook. Just super loose. And just pop. So I picture, for me, it's like I'm slapping people in the face, like flat hands slapping them in the face. That's my best hook. Just no muscle. My perception, my interpretation of what Brad was saying was kind of the same thing, or something. Cognitive bias. That's a measurement bias. Or confirmation bias, but I'm picturing it like elbow down, elbow towards your side. Yep, now through your hips. Yeah.
Just
And
the head?
more hips, yeah. Your arms don't matter at all. Your whole upper body doesn't matter. It's all in your hips. Yeah. You'll know when you're doing it right. You'll feel it. It just feels solid.
Yeah.
Did you feel it a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. When I'm boxing, that feeling, whatever you're feeling, whatever it feels like for you, that's what I'm trying to latch onto. Like, you know, it's dynamic. The more tired I get,
Yeah.
then you guys start. Yeah, it changes constantly. For me, I can pull it off for maybe 30 seconds tops. You know, actually, let's go with that. People, I like Mondays. This is my camera day. Most people don't. Well, I talk about this on a higher level, but human perception skews towards dualism. So you're either good or bad. It's either up or down. You're either left or right. That's not how reality works, right? Like it's a flaw in human perception. It's a constraint in human perception. Reality doesn't work like that. Your perception of reality is less than reality. Okay, we'll latch onto that. That's how life works. So, oh God, what was I saying? I forgot what a second ago. Perception. Perception. So people perceive boxing in a stagnant kind of environment, like a stale kind of environment. As in, you can do boxing great one time is a data point that suggests you do boxing great all the time. That's not how it works. That's a flaw in perception. That's just not how it works. In real life, you get tired, right? You can be awesome when nobody's watching, and then do the exact same thing and suck when everybody is watching. You can be awesome on Monday and then suck on Tuesday for no reason other than maybe it's hot out, maybe you're tired, maybe you ate some food that disagrees with you. Yep. Your predispositions towards an egotistical perspective is natural. It's normal. Step one, realize it's not real. Don't care. Step two, don't care that it's not real. Do it anyway. Fight even if you think you're gonna lose.
You suck and you're always gonna suck, and he's always gonna tell you that.
True that. Well, what I'm telling him right now is even if you're gonna lose, even 100. Let's ask this. This is a mental thing. 100% chance you lose your next fight. Would you still fight?
Yeah, of course.
That's the thing.
Losses are just laughs or lessons. You can't get a lesson out of it, get a laugh. Can't get a laugh, get a lesson out of it.
Do that. And you can always beat him up in the parking lot. Screw that guy.
Exactly. Beat him up in your head, you know what I'm saying?
I like it.
Beat him with the let it fight, you know what I'm saying?
Talk smack for the next 15
He's stepping on my feet.
That's because I was kicking your ass walking backwards. That's how I roll, buddy. I can't turn it up. Like, it's just pure awesome. It's almost a curse to be this good looking. It's not easy. It's not easy. I wish people would like me for my personality.
No, it's his looks. They like him for his looks, you know what I'm saying?
Awesome. Why aren't you punching? This is awesome. Hey, walking around with the camera, it's a joy for me. Hey, you're doing good, buddy. You're doing good. Keep it up. Keep going. Keep going, buddy. Hey, it's 2 weeks. You're gonna suck for 2 weeks. Just get used to it. It's not you. It's the same for everybody. It's just the way that it goes. Yep. If actually, I'm feeling all fat and out of shape just from this weekend. That was like 2 days. 20 years is still happening. So that what you're going through never goes away. I picture it like a scab. You just gotta break it open, and it freaking hurts. What do? Once you break it open, it gets easier.
Yeah, I'll get back in here.
Yes, sir. About a week. It just sucks for a week. What were you saying, fool?
Didn't you lose weight though?
Yeah, I lost like 20 pounds.
How much do you weigh now? Like 180?
Nah, I'm still like 225, 220. I was 245 like almost all last year.
You can tell you last night though, like
It's mostly balls. It's like 200 pounds of balls and 40 pounds of everything else.
I checked the videos like the first video here. You're like I can tell that you're like bigger, and then I looked at like latest video. You're like this is how you slim down.
I have. It's kicking your ass. It's really. I'm getting better. Every time I beat you up, like I get better.
Beat me up. You didn't beat me up.
Oh God.
I beat up Brody on Thursday. I got beat up.
I like it. winning's overrated. At this point, I like getting my ass kicked. It's like a masochism, but just on a personality level. Yep. I climb Mount Everest because I might die. Go to the moon because it's hard. Easy's for wussies. Look at this guy. This guy's awesome. Keep going, keep going. Nice. Ooh. I like it, buddy. You're just stiff. But I like what you're doing mechanically. Just loosen up. Like, for me, when I'm I'm stiff every practice. Like it's a constant thing. I listen to the music. Like I try dancing with it. That helps me. Like I think how you're punching just fine. You're just stiff. So try doing the same thing, but do it with the music. It helps me. It helps me. The more I think about boxing, the more I suck. Yes, sir. Oh my God, I forgot your name. What was your name?
Colby.
Colby, Jonathon. Awesome. So yeah, I like it. Yes, sir. I don't remember. Were you here? You were here on Thursday, weren't you? Yeah. Oh, that's right. I was just thinking of Preston. I was going to call you an OG, and then I thought.
I'm not surprised he doesn't remember it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Brody had me like this. I turned around.
I matadored him. You know, he was coming at me like a bull, so I. You know,
So it's like, I was like,
Oh, like a flag.
yeah, he threw a punch, so I got it. He threw his left hand. I got underneath it, and went like this, and then I was holding it because Preston was saying something. He broke loose and went bang.
Oh, nice. That's what you're supposed to do. I would have recommended stepping on his foot and biting in his ear also. But you gotta start somewhere.
Should have the Mike Tyson handbook, you know.
And poke him in the eye. We call that the stinger.
I mean, that's boxing.
That's true.
Small talk.
Punch as we love. Awesome. 8 o'clock. So I'm gonna go home, but I'm gonna do all the sign-offs because they stay late on Monday. Okay, do a sign-off quick because I'm gonna go home.
Feels good to be alive.
Yes, sir.
The only way you can be alive is to be active.
True that. Most people don't realize that. Most people don't know. Yes, sir. That was good. That was good, buddy. I like it. You up, fool? How long were you gone? You were gone like 2 months, weren't you?
Yeah.
How you feeling? Talk about it on camera. We were talking about it, but they don't know the context.
Feeling good.
Feel good? Feel good? So,
Come do this.
yes, sir. Well, so I was we were talking about, I believe it was off camera, but I was in construction when I boxed, and I just sucked during the summer. Coming during the summer is like way harder than the winter. Just burnt out. Like I was always cooked from the sun.
Yeah. I'm cooked right now.
It's the thing. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I get more injuries in the summer, like everything is. So we were talking. He missed like 2 months, or he had to work or whatnot. And I was telling him that we talked. I said it's about 2 weeks. It just sucks ass for about 2 weeks, and then it starts to come back.
Yeah.
But 2 weeks, it sucks.
It's worth it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like it. You did good. You did good. Oh, hey, you can't leave.
yeah, tell that fool to come back.
Navia, what's up?
I got it.
Well, you gotta sign up first. That's what you gotta do.
What do I need to say?
Something inspirational. What would you say to the Navia at home that chose not to come? Oh my God, is that like a multiverse reference? The Navia at home that chose not to come to the gym, that chose not to be a badass and work out. What would you say to her?
Daily.
What's that?
I'm gonna come daily, so
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, I like it over here, so
Great to see you.
yeah, see you tomorrow.
Yes. Awesome. What do you got, fool?
Tonight.
I like it.
Driving light.
I'll take it. That works. Awesome.
Got away from you.
Oh God, yeah. Actually, I didn't see that. You actually did get away from me.
I always gotta look around your peripheral.
I feel it.
What do you teach? Bye, guys.
Something. Polo.
See you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nice work. Oh, why is everybody trying to ditch? You're up, fool. You gotta put Sebastian to shame. He like, I think he used 2 words. If you use 3, you got him beat. What do you got? What would you say to the other kids? The vast majority, you are the 1%. You are the diamond in the rough. Most of your peers sat at home watching TV tonight. What would you say to all those punks? Something? Why are you at the gym? Why aren't you at home with them?
My dad forced me to.
I like it. I'll take it. Yes, ma'am.
Something inspirational?
Well, what would you say? I referenced the multiverse a second ago. What would you say to the image, the instance of you that chose not to come here? Oh, now I'm thinking Schrodinger's cat. What would you say to the Bella that didn't come here? What the shit? That's what. Oh, don't swear.
Yeah, no, my dad, one time I was lazy and I didn't want to do it, and he said, Bella, just get up.
It's the thing.
No, he told me just get your butt off the couch. That's what he said.
It's the thing.
Have a good day, guys.
Oh, you can't leave yet.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I got.
I think that was good. And I gave a shout out to your dad. I don't know, somewhere along the way here. Awesome. All right. Okay, something inspirational to the camera. What would you say to the version of you that chose to stay home and eat potato chips tonight?
Ooh, that's a great question.
It is. It's a good one.
I guess that version of me is actually why I'm here right now.
Ooh.
I mean, I definitely spent enough time sitting on the couch eating potato chips to realize that I
There's
never
no-
want to be that person again.
No judgment on this side.
Yeah, so here I am training, making sure that, I'm actually not just fighting the bag or somebody else. I'm actually just fighting the version of me that's sitting on the couch eating potato chips. So here we are.
That's awesome, buddy. That's what I always say. Like, nobody can kick my ass more than I can kick my ass. This isn't me versus you. This is me versus me, and I'm an asshole. Right? Like, I am my worst competition, and most of the time I win. It's yeah.
All right,
Awesome.
well,
I like it, buddy.
thanks for the
You did
training.
good. You did good.
Thank you.
I like it. Oh, you're up, fool. Ooh, I use a locker. I've actually never used these down here.
You never used it?
No, I shouldn't. I always go to the locker room upstairs.
Train hard, fight easy.
Ooh, I like it. That's a t-shirt. That was good. That was good. I'll take it, buddy.
That's a t-shirt.
It should be. We'll make it into a t-shirt. And actually, coincidentally, you said that right next to our t-shirts. I like it. Marketing's harder than it sounds. Who did I not get? Did I get you yet?
Yeah, you did.
Do it again.
Silence. Sometimes silence is the answer. Come on, John.
Silence is never the answer. Silence is never the answer. You know how I know that? Because I talk. Hey, let's talk about how your silence is the answer.
Okay. You feel my energy. That's why. You feel my presence. Oh! I didn't swear. I didn't swear.
I like it. Because we're mature individuals. We're a Christian channel. That's why we don't swear.
I'll type. Yeah.
True.
There's killers with butterflies on their face. You know what I'm saying?
I like it. But the butterfly's got teardrops on its eyes.
Yeah, exactly. You have to zoom in. Like, if you can zoom in, you would see it. I swear.
Actually, how awesome would... Oh, I was all over it. How awesome would that be?
Oh my gosh. That would be impressive.
That would be impressive.
The fine details. I think Scott would look good with one on his face.
Attack.
A butterfly? Butterfly on your face?
You know what? I did see the movie Butterflies Are Free. Goldie Hawn was in that movie.
What? I've never heard of that.
Yeah, good movie. Way back when. I think kind of a tough guy love story. I suppose, it's like tough guy gets a girl. I mean.
And then she breaks his heart.
She's Smashes it, not breaks.
Curb stuff.
Yeah, it's funny how that word kind of just resonates. Yeah. You know, maybe that's why I don't hit people. I smash.
You smash me?
Yeah. You know, I smash potatoes. I smash tomatoes.
Yeah. And the dance floor.
And the dance?
Well, I don't. I can't. And nor do I wish to, because otherwise everybody at Mr. Jim's.
You'd put them all to shame.
No.
I got enough.
I don't know how the night went so quick. I thought I was going to get to a bit more than just that, but so I turned around and realized I didn't get to half the people for critiquing it. But
yeah, Vince, coaching's the thing. Sign off. What do you got? Say something inspirational to everybody at home.
You know, a body in motion stays in motion.
Can't leave, fool.
I've said that before, and people think I'm such a dork when I'm teaching class.
Hey, that's straight from Bruce's mouth, though, and a lot of my inspirational stuff is, but it's true, man. You know, like I said, a body in motion stays in motion. The key is to just keep flowing, man. You know, water that keeps moving never grows stale. You know what I mean? As long as you keep moving, you keep learning.
That's a badass shirt.
Yeah. Courtesy of this guy.
Fist bump.
Didn't fit him anymore, so.
Really? Oh, that's awesome.
I'm glad to take it over.
And just for the record, I could totally beat the crap out of Isaac Newton. Object in motion stays in motion. I would destroy Newton.
Yeah. But you got these big guys that think they just.
Yeah.
You put a little twist, finesse in it.
Yeah, but
Oh, I like that. That's badass. I don't think I noticed that one before.
yeah, dude, you got some killer tech.
What do you got?
Have a good night, everybody. That was a great class. Thank you to each and every coach that comes every night, and God bless.
I like it. I'll take it.
There we go.
We love you with all our hearts.
And plus 10%. Oh, I'm coming in. Sorry to interrupt. Who's going first? You're up, fool.
Yeah, learn from
Brody.
Brody.
Brody, yeah, no
I was
worries.
gonna say Brady. Brody.
No, it works.
Great teacher.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, don't ask him his age.
Teach him how it's done, Brody.
Yeah, good class today.
Yes, sir.
Great outside. I like when you guys come in at the end of class and we get to conditioning for the first 45 minutes or so of class, and then the last 45 minutes is just teaching. And it's good. Get in that zone and just imagine yourself and visualize the punches and feel the body and get into that zone. So it was a good day. Feel good. Feel like I got better today.
Coincidentally, I was talking about this on the stream earlier. In boxing, I sucked until I was tired. Like for competition, I don't know. You said something. You do the warm up for 45 minutes, and then we come in and we start doing the skill work.
Yep.
That first 45 minutes, that was basically how it was for me in competition. I sucked unless I beat the crap out of myself for a half an hour before every fight.
Sure.
Like, yeah,
Yourself ready?
yeah. When I was I had to be broken. Like if I had energy, I was a bad boxer.
I know what you mean.
I get nervous, too nervous.
Yeah.
But when I'm exhausted, when I got nothing,
Yeah.
I learned over time, over the 20 years I've been doing this, it's in my best interest to be just dead tired before the fight starts. Like exhausted, like my arms don't even work. That's when I fight the best. That's when I don't give a crap about the crowd. I don't give a crap who I'm fighting. Give me David. Give me Tim Davids. It doesn't matter. I am too tired to care.
Yeah, I noticed that today. I ran a little bit too much over the weekend, so I was feeling a little bit light today. I almost was like, I'm just gonna stay home and eat and recover a bit. But I came here today, I was tired, and I felt like I just had like one of the best days I've had in a long time. Just barely coming in, being humble, just getting after it. Just coming in and pushing the pace and just boxing and just feeling it, and so 100%.
I've never found a way to cheat that. Like what we're talking about now, it's never not been true. So what you're describing, has been my experience the whole time. I suck until I'm tired. When I'm tired, God save your soul. Okay, buddy. Hey, we're a Christian channel. I mean that seriously.
The Euros were so hard to construct. Because then we had like two different
I love Euros.
choices. Which
Or gyros.
entirely out of the usual.
Gyros.
Hey, with a G.
I pronounced it that way yesterday too.
Actually, there was a long time. I didn't know it was zero. Or if I did, I didn't care.
Honestly, gyro is better. Euro's neat and like foreign sounding, but gyro is just as neat.
It's one of my favorite foods. I just love it. And that's all lamb, isn't it?
Lamb and I believe a mixture of beef.
But
It's some iteration.
yeah, you probably have. You just I know it. It's common.
Chicken Alfredo. That's all I eat. Steak, hamburger. That's really it.
That's it?
Ever? All the time?
What about like a salad?
Oh yeah. So,
Sometimes. I
We're
just
not-
never make them for myself.
what? Special ginger, garlic,
Oh, those things, yeah.
paprika, like cayenne pepper.
You drink
All
potion?
with it. Yeah, it's really good.
I know a lot of people that say it. Hey, I'm taking it out, buddy. Did you sign off? You didn't sign off. Sign off.
Work hard at work and then you can go to the gym and work out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like it. I'll take it. That was half-assed, but I'll take it. Yeah. All right, you guys are awesome. Oh, did the live just drop? I just saw you're live across the stream. Does that mean I wasn't live a moment ago?
Not fun anymore.
Yeah. No, it's annoying. The time's up.
Isaac, you should get over there and then I'm going to hit the button. And what were you talking about? Relationships?
No, we were. Don't bring this up.
Have long hair.
The relationship of this
Oh, yeah.
and me and that side of the face.
Ooh, I like
We're
it.
talking about, man. It's boxing.
All right. Hey, you guys sign off. I always sign off. It's your turn.
Have a good night, everybody. Look at these biceps.
I like it. I like it.
Wait, he likes it. What?
And, ooh. In a spiritual way. Hey, Yoda. All right.
Yo, sign off, bro. Sign off. I can't hold my neck.
That's awesome. Subscribe, fools. Join us again. What day is it? Today's Monday. Join us again tomorrow. Why? Because it's awesome. Boom.